Oh, hi. How you doing? Sorry, we're running a little bit late. Been kind of a little crazy here. We had to move. um, our time at the campground we were at was up, so we had to come back home so we can start getting packed up. And then we've had all kinds of weird internet issues here, and so hopefully we're overcoming that. So thanks for showing up. Um, Waiting for at least one of my partners in crime to show up. But today we're gonna. There's an echo. Hang on. Is anybody else hearing an echo? Waiting for the, the famous 30-second delay. No echo. No echo. No echo. That was you. Okay. No worries, my friend. No worries. I saw Gene that I appreciate that. I saw that you were live, and I couldn't jump on there at all because, again, we've been home. I've been working, and we've been trying to get some stuff straight. We've been getting some stuff sold out of the house. It's been a full day, but a good day because we got to go to Chick-fil-A, who, by the way, is not sponsoring this, but if they want to, I'm open to listen. Um, so we're going to talk today about y'all might not know this, but there's other social media platforms out there besides YouTube. I know. It's kind of a shocker. So I should have prefaced that by making sure everybody was sitting down, and so hopefully nobody fell out of their seats. But there are other things on the interwebs besides YouTube, and we're going to talk about those as I try to keep up with the chat. And again, as always, class, thank you for coming. For the sake of time, we don't go through and take roll. This is college class, so it's honor system to make sure you guys are showing up in class so you can get credit for it when the final exam comes around. So, but I will say this, as always, Bob's Adventure is here. He is our accrediting authority for the university, so please be on your best behavior because we don't want any problems to happen with our accreditation. So everybody just kiss up to Bob. That's the best way to do it. And also, a quick side note to Bob. You're like that close to 1,000. I saw. I looked earlier today. You're at 992, so you may be over 1,000 by now. So congratulations to you. And also, today I finally got the referral bonus when you signed up for Harvest Host a while back. I got that today, so thank you for signing up. So that was $15 we got as a referral bonus for you signing up with Harvest Host through our affiliate link. So that's $15 being added to the next veterans charity we give money to. So thank you. You have officially got the ball rolling, Bob, on our next fundraiser. Now, our next fundraiser, and not really next fundraiser, our next donation to a charity. We're not doing another fundraiser anytime soon or anything like that. But again, as always, I want to thank you guys for everybody who helped out in no matter what way you helped out with that fundraiser. It was awesome. Thank you, Artists on the Road. I can always count on Artists on the Road to keep everybody straight. All right, so it looks like one of my professors is showing up. One's already called out sick. Another one has some internet issues, so we'll see if we can get him to. I mean to do that. So we'll see if he can come up. He was having internet issues. He moved to a different park today too. We were both in the same park for the past week. As those of you who saw the thumbnail for this, and also watched participated in the last class. we were. I'm going to wait till he can come up. We were all in one room together. Right there, sitting over there. So, artists on the road. Yes. What you? I have an affiliate link for Harvest Hosts. It's in the description near the bottom of the description for all of our videos. So if you want to sign up for Harvest Host, you can. Yeah, it really depends on the host. We can talk real quick about Harvest Host while we're waiting for the professor to show up. Um, some Harvest Hosts will only allow like motorhomes, but most from what I've seen, well, Gary, I'm going to send you an email in a minute, Daydream, because I'm going to need you to come up here for a second. Most of Harvest Hosts we've been around, they will allow I've seen vans. I've seen small travel trailers and things like that. So it just depends on the Harvest Host, each individual location. Yeah, yeah. So Professor Wagner's not going to be able to jump in. So Gary, I'm going to email you a link because I don't trust I don't trust some of the students over here to actually ignore the link. And I think you know who I'm talking about. If you can come up, Gary. And I just emailed that to you, my friend. So we're going to talk about other social media platforms today. And for those of you who saw Van Life with Gina Payne's live stream a couple days ago, well, first of all, if you didn't watch her live stream, what's wrong with you? You need to go watch it. If you missed it live, you need to go back and watch the replay at very least, because it's great stuff and it's fun. Oh, here we go. What's up?
What's up, wild man?
Not a whole lot. So I asked you up here for a very specific reason.
Ah, that's scary.
Well,
what did Roy do and accuse me of?
So everybody agrees that you are the mayor of YouTube. Officially.
Everybody, but who did you ask?
I asked everybody. I'll take a poll in the class. Is Gary who wants to vote for Gary? All in favor. Here we go. All in favor of Gary as the mayor of YouTube. Just say I, and that could either be EYE, the letter I, or even IE.
I don't know about that now. That sounds like a coup to me.
And here it's coming in. It looks like a landslide. Yep, it's looking like a landslide, Gary. All right, so you had some great ideas. You came up, from what I'm told, and I could be wrong, you're the one that came up with the idea for the hashtag for BoxFanD's birthday.
I didn't come up with a hashtag. I come up with the video idea.
You came up with the idea. But see, Idea Man, the mayor, right here, in the flesh. So, and you've come up with a lot of other great ideas, and that's helped the community grow. And I just learned about this new hashtag that for the community members to put in all their videos. And you want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, I want to say that we got an update on that.
Okay, let's hear it.
So the update is I've chose after being for it that I'm against it.
Okay.
And the reason that I was against it, and I talked about this on the show the next day, is I got to thinking about we couldn't control who put content into that hashtag. And it wouldn't be fair to all the people like me that runs 12, 10 plus videos / live streams a week for the people that may do one a week ours would dominate the the area, and so they would get lost in all of our videos. So with that being said, I opted not to do it. But now anybody that wants to do it, that's okay. And one of the biggest fears I had about it was people putting bad stuff in it that we couldn't control.
Yeah, and those are all great points because you know any hashtag that I mean, obviously, as we can see, I mean, you can make any hashtag you want, and I mean, there's no process to go through. You just type it in your description or in your title of your video, and boom, you've got a hashtag. It's just that easy, and there is no control over. So all your points are very valid, and unfortunately very relevant, because you could get a lot of bad stuff in certain hashtags. You know, so what we need is a little bit more secure way of keeping the community together, helping the community grow. And what when we were talking when we were on Gina's live stream the other day, we came up with a couple of ideas, a Facebook group, and I don't see Teresa in here yet, but she came up with a creating a group on our village. And for those of you who aren't familiar with our village, we'll talk about that in just a minute. So, Mr. Mayor, what are your thoughts on that?
Our village,
Or
I
Facebook?
heard some people talking about that today, so that's Greek to me.
Okay.
I don't know about that Facebook page. Yeah, a lot of like Papa Drew and a bunch of them already has like community pages, so I don't know how that would affect the whole. And to find somebody that's got the time to run it. Uh, but yeah, I'm all for it. I want to keep us all together, and I want people to be a part of what we are. I think that we have a unique group of people, and we're starting to merge. Griswolds and Blaine, Rayleigh, and them, uh, they're all coming in and merging with us, so it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But we need a way of having a place for somebody to go to find us all.
Yeah. So, Mr. Mayor, if I understand you correctly, you are endorsing this idea?
I am, with some limitations, and I reserve the right to vote no at a later time.
See, he's a true politician right there. Let me tell you, that's a true politician speaking right there. Um, so, but here's the thing, guys, and one thing Gary mentioned briefly right there was having somebody to run it, and that's that's really the key to any of this. You can have all kinds of cool, stuff for this RV community, not just for the current members, but to help bring more members in and help us all grow together. You can do all kinds of cool stuff with Facebook groups, or our village groups, or whatever. But if you don't have somebody or a group of people who can, manage it, then you're really better off not doing anything.
I'm something I have always been for. I just haven't figured out a way of doing it. I would like to organize the community as a quote organized, quote unorganized group, so that basically we sell our community. The only problem with that is it hurts if people want to sell their channels, because
Right.
then you've got merchandise of the community and then you got merchandise of the channels, and that's going to take away from the channels. I always thought that at the rate we're growing, that we could be our own organization, you know, and maybe find benefits that benefit our organization. Just look at all the channels that find benefits and products. And
Mhm.
I mean, not bragging on our channel, but our channel, we found ways of making different deals for people through our channel, and we're just a little bitty. But if you took all of these channels and added them all up, what kind of buying power or selling power would we as a community have?
Yeah, that's a good point. And again, that's why you're the mayor, um, because you have, you know, brought a lot of folks together good folks. I mean, even the Griswolds. I mean,
Griswold, Danny and Blaine, they're awesome. And
yeah,
Papa Mozo's a
Pa-
new that
yeah.
just
Papa
started
Mozo's
hanging.
pretty cool. I don't know about Blaine though. I mean, he's not even in.
Blaine is questionable. He's an
He's not
Alabama
in here.
boy, and he's
Danny,
from
I'm good with.
Crossville. That makes him questionable.
Exactly. Um, so yeah, James Catnisha says selling does not work. It draws people away from the channels. Yeah, if all you're doing is
That's all you're doing. It does.
if your channel is like an infomercial, then
Like
yeah,
mine.
yeah, like yours. I mean, Gary doing his hat dance here. Let me got to change my hats here to put on.
Yeah.
Get his product placement in.
Product placement. Yep. I have tried my best. It seems like I fall on to so many things, and believe it or not, guys, I know it's hard to believe with the stuff that we have, but we don't. The only thing that I ever asked for an affiliation with, I think. Let me think back to make sure. The only thing I asked now the smoker grill was something that we got through John from him donating me and Jerry a smoker. I don't know if
Mhm.
y'all caught up on that, but anyway, if you purchase one of those, you could be part of their affiliate. So yeah, I guess we did ask, but that John told me and Jerry about it. So, but this I went after the Fifine affiliation because I knew people would always be asking, and it's like the Blackstone grills. I taught them to death. Somebody needs to get something out of that. I mean, I don't know. Somebody bought a grill today. Uh, and Chris from the Roasters Marketplace, I think, was going to order one. I mean, we had him on there interviewing, and everybody's talking about Blackstones, and now he's wanting one. But what I'm saying is, these companies make tons of money, and I don't mind helping people. I really don't. But if they got an option out there for us to make money and we can save everybody money, like the mics, it's cheaper to buy them from us than it is eBay.
Mhm.
So why would that not be something the audience would want to hear?
Exactly. Okay, so and again, okay, Avenger, and Bob's doing dishes too. So while the accredited while the accrediting agency is probably not paying attention, we can get away with a little bit more. Um,
Well, Bob's probably looking at all the legal issues, knowing Bob.
true, true, knowing him.
Me and Bob's tight now. We talk nearly every day. Well, we've been talking a lot about the new Daydream About Nice Things Radar Communication Center being built. And so we're having contract negotiate. I have threatened to pull away my big donation a couple of times. Bob is a legal finagler, let me just say.
Yeah, he's a tough negotiator too. Um, so my and here's the thing to go along with other things I've said. Yeah, um, whatever route you choose, a couple things. You got to have somebody to help run it, a group of people, and then you also have. I would say you need to pick a platform. If you want to do a Facebook group, do a Facebook group. Don't do a Facebook group and you know a Reddit thread or create something on a website or do our village because then it just gets confusing,
I
right?
love having my entourage with me. Happy Place Camping. In case anybody missed it, type in Daydream in the code to get free shipping at the coffee place.
Yeah.
Can't go nowhere.
Actually, if you type in Epic RV, you'll get it.
Yeah.
You'll so happy place camping.
I,
I can
Epic RV.
take back my
Epic
likes and
RV.
comments on your videos. You can flunk this. You can flunk this school. I don't even know why he did that last night. He's like,
He was
here's
looking at the screen.
he
Did
was
you
looking
not
at the
hear
screen. He's
him?
like, Epic RV. Whoever does Epic RV coupon code, And was it free? I don't know if it was free
It was
shipping.
free shipping.
It
What
was
was
free shipping.
bad, guys? He's laughing at Happy Place for
Yeah.
putting mine on there. But let me tell you what happened for those that missed it. We were on RVA. I mean RV. Golly, I can never pronounce his name. RV Traveling MIA Researcher. We was on his channel, and Chris from Roasters Marketplace was making a coupon code for RV Traveling MIA Researchers chat room. Well, he looked on the screen when he was typing and typed the name of the coupon as Epic RV instead of anything to do with MIA Researchers.
That was funny because we were watching it. I mean, we were sitting there talking around. We were sitting around the campfire watching that live, and I was moderating it. And when I heard him say that, we all just started laughing. It's like, why me? But okay, I'll take it, for
So,
sure.
yeah,
So
workers.
we definitely need people who would. And again, no decision. We're not going to make a decision today, but we're going to talk about different things that way you can make a decision. Um, so Gary, if you want to hang out, you can, or if you want to drop, you can. It's up to you. But as the mayor, I mean, it's ultimately your decision on which way we go. We're
No,
just going to present
it
you with
is
the
not
options.
either.
We're gonna present you with the options, and then we're going to wait, abide by your decision.
Uh-oh.
I know. I saw him in there.
Him and Danny's done fighting.
I see that. I see that.
See there?
Now, Roy.
So, I tell you something that would be cool. Of course, it goes back to having somebody to run it.
Yeah.
If we're going to have like an organization of channels that people want to be in, and have it somewhat
Oh, hang
organized
on a second.
on a
Hang on a
platform.
second. I gotta interrupt you. I'm sorry. Uncompass Life just showed up. I haven't seen Uncompass Life in a long time, so great to see you guys.
I seen them sitting out by the campfire on Instagram.
Yeah,
I think it was campfire they were sitting out. They were sitting in some cheers, chillaxing.
yeah. So awesome to see you guys. Well, Shelly probably did because Shelly's the Instagram manager. So, but it's the first time
I
I've
need
seen her
an
in a while.
Instagram manager.
Yeah.
I am
So
terrible
anyway,
at Instagram.
I apologize, Mr. Mayor. Please continue.
No, it would be great if we had things, like if we were going to have a Facebook or an Instagram, wherever we're going to have the platform that puts all the channel names on or whatever. And that's a big, 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 big job. But if you're
Mm,
going to do that, we all need some kind of ad that we run on all of our videos telling everybody where that is. Like a little spot at the end of all the videos. Hey, check us out at Facebook and whatever that channel name is. That way everybody knows where that spot is,
yep.
And that could be a controlled site. You could have members, that could be a members only page on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't. I so let's talk a little bit about. Let's shift gears while everybody's kind of stewing on that. Let's talk about again. I started this whole live stream out with saying with the shocking news. There's other social media platforms out there besides YouTube, and if you want your channel to grow, your brand to grow, you really need to get out there on as many of these different platforms as you can. But like I've said in the past, for those of you who are longtime students, artists on the road, yes, I've looked into it. It's pretty easy, and we're going to talk about it in a minute. Don't get ahead of the class.
Somebody's been reading ahead in the books.
I've been reading
I
ahead in the
love
book.
the initiative, though.
Yeah, that was never me. I didn't even open the book half the time. I just strategically sit next to the right people in class, like Roy probably does right now. Um, so, if you're going to have your YouTube channel for your first of all for your YouTube channel to be successful, what do you got to do? What's the number one thing you got to do? You got to post videos.
Right.
Nobody's going to go to a YouTube channel that has no content. Okay, and we've already talked about good content, thumbnails, tags, all that other stuff. We've talked about that a lot, and there's tons of videos and blog posts, everything else about all that as well. So you got to have good content. Well, how do you get people to come? How do you get people to find that content? Well, that's where the other social media platforms can and usually do help. Um,
Right.
Facebook is the most popular um, website in the world. I mean, no matter what the classification is, it's the most popular non-adult only website in the world. Put it like that. Um, so get so you got to so you really need a Facebook page. Uh, and when I say it, when we said that, we mentioned this a little bit in last week's class, a Facebook business page. And there's a few things you can do on Facebook. If you already have a Facebook account, which I think most everybody in here does, you can, you can create you can create a group, or you can create a page and all this other. And groups are cool, but the problem with the Facebook group is anybody who's a member of that group can post stuff in there, which may or may not be okay with you. It just depends on what you're trying to do. But if you're trying to grow your brand and you're trying to advertise your channel, a group really isn't the way to do that. The best way to do that really is with a Facebook page. And you can have a group tied to that page as well eventually. So it just, and if you already have a group, there's nothing necessarily wrong with that either, because for some people it works. But as a whole, you're better off starting with a Facebook page, which basically is just like your personal page. Somebody goes to your Facebook page, they can learn a lot about you. You can see pictures, videos, and things like that. You can give more current updates on what's going on. Most people post a video about once a week. Not everybody's live almost every minute of every day, like Mr. Mayor over here. But
On demand.
on demand.
So I'm
so
sorry, Roy's disrupting the class. Roy's the kid the teacher was set by the trash can today, just in case.
yeah. And Sue said you can control posts in your group by putting admin approval on all the posts. Yeah, but then you create a level of work for yourself too. So it really depends on what kind of work you want to do. If you don't want to put a lot of time, and if you're trying to start your YouTube channel, you really want to put most of your time on your content versus all this other stuff. So that's the other reason why having a page is probably the best route to go for a new channel, because that page can help get that word out there. And the other cool thing about having a page is you can join a lot of different Facebook groups as your page. It just depends on if that particular group allows pages to join. So like the Our Epic Adventure Facebook page is a member of a lot of RV related groups on Facebook. So whenever somebody asks a question in one of those groups, and if I respond to it, hopefully with a good right answer, they see, oh, that answer came from Our Epic RV Adventure, not from Michael. So that's a form of this very subtle form of advertising. Because if you got somebody with a problem and you give them the answer to their, something flying in my face, and you answer their question, they see who the question's from. They're, oh, Our Epic RV Adventure. That's a name. So I click on that. Oh, there's a page. Oh, they got videos. Let me go check out the videos. Next thing you know, you got a subscriber. Versus if you're doing all that under your own name, nobody knows you have a YouTube channel. You're just being helpful.
Did you see the Braids and Brits?
Yeah. Natalie had a Doberman group on Facebook with over 12,000 members that she'd grown over 10 years. And a few weeks ago, Facebook turned it off. No explanation, no response from Facebook as to why. Unfortunately, that's kind of typical. I have heard of people having very large Facebook groups active Facebook groups, and then they get shut down and with no explanation. And sometimes Facebook will let them come back to life, but most time it won't. And again, no rhyme or reason and no explanation as to why. So that sucks. It really does, especially having a group that large for that long, and then have it shut down for no explanation really does stink. Um, so when you do have that, so that's the other key with that Facebook page. And of course, that's just another thing to link back to your YouTube channel. And like we've talked about before, whenever we do channel reviews, you got that bottom right hand corner of your banner where all your links can go to all your different social media platforms, web page, blogs, or whatever. And so you'll put that there so you're cross linking. And honestly, again, if you don't have the time, patience, or willingness to devote to putting content on your Facebook page, don't create one.
Yeah, and if you're not going to participate in the group, you hold it up. So I don't know. I,
Yeah, yeah, and
the it's a lot of work. I mean, I love the idea, but just doing the guide, burning up the roads took on a huge undertaking. And but she was warned about the huge undertaking, and it
yep.
has already. Y'all don't realize how many people does live streams right now. I mean, like for instance, we just nerdy merged, not merged. They're still two separate communities, but we have in the last few weeks merged two big communities together, and we're all going into both communities now. I'm over at Bizzo's and Papa Mozo's with all them, and Danny and Blaine. I'm over there a lot, and I see a lot of our people over there, and then I see a lot of their people over here. So we have merged two big communities together. And so when you start having a group or an organization, all those people come with that. And so you got to be able to, it's going to be needed to be automated. What I would like to
Yeah,
see is logos that we can tag all of our videos with, so we're a member of, and then that points everybody back to whatever page that is.
that's a great idea. So RV Ashes in April, are you saying that I need to start a business Facebook page under my YouTube channel name and not connect to my personal page? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Because and again, it depends on what you're trying to do with your YouTube channel. I mean, if your YouTube channel is mainly, I just want to have some fun, so some of my friends and family can see what I'm doing, and if it grows, it grows. If it don't, it don't. Then really none of this stuff that we talk about matters for that group of people. Now, if you're one of the people who you want to do all that, but you wouldn't mind seeing it grow and having a bigger part in the community. And when I say community, I mean the YouTube community, and maybe even making a couple of dollars a year on it. Then yeah, we gotta, you gotta look at it like a business, and so if your email, hi,
I have to go to work selling our stuff, so
oh, Shelly's got to go to work.
Shelly,
I know.
Shelly,
Yes,
Shelly,
yes.
Shelly. Do you know how long it's been since I've seen you?
I know.
I felt like y'all have put me and Tammy up for adoption.
Well,
I feel I miss.
I didn't create the Craigslist ad.
It's not Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, but they
We want y'all to get a lot of experience. We want y'all to film a lot of what y'all are going through now because you never know who might need that video.
That's true. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, I'm filming that I'm going in the house
Yeah,
and making
and-
more pictures.
And so, yeah, you want to have your face, and even if your intentions right now are just purely personal and you don't want it to grow, you may change your mind. So do some easy steps now. I mean, when we started our YouTube channel, it was really just for, honestly, it was to keep our daughter from unfriending us on Facebook, because we were posting all these pictures and short video clips of all these cool places we were going, and it was like constant boom, boom, boom all the time. And I mean, we did a short section of Route 66 back in November, and we did 100 stops in about 5 days. So that's a lot of pictures and videos. And our daughter's like, look, if you don't stop posting all this cool stuff, I'm going to unfriend you. So like, all right, well, why don't we just start a YouTube channel and put all this stuff out there? And that's what we've been doing. So no intention to make money. That's changed because our mission changed as we got to know more people. We want to make money. Well, let me rephrase that. We want to raise money, because every dime we make off of all of our social media platforms or affiliate links and all that other junk, all of that money goes to a small veterans charity. So our plan has changed, but when we started out to where we can go that route. So we created a brand new Google account with our channel name in it. And we made sure our channel name was available on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook and all that. And then when we sat down, okay, you're doing Facebook, I'm doing this, and we created all the pages and accounts on all the different platforms with our name. And that way we have that constant brand name across all the platforms. You go to Instagram /Our Epic RV Adventure, that's us. You go to Facebook /Our Epic RV Adventure, that's us. If you go to YouTube /Our Epic RV Adventure, that's us. And that's key because, no offense to anybody, but generally speaking, people are lazy. We all are. And I am the biggest example of that. If I've got to work to find your page, I'm not going to find it unless there's something beyond interesting in it. And Britt's,
I have not heard that. But
it wouldn't surprise me.
I would like to say something on that, though. The money that you make off YouTube, you're going to make a lot more money off YouTube than you are through YouTube. So, what I mean by that, the money you make off YouTube ain't going to be your check you get from YouTube. So, we made money. I don't know. Everybody knows we've got gifts. We've took in money, and we're not a monetized channel. So, and if you ask any of the big channels, that's how the money's made. It is not made in the check you get off YouTube. Of course, yeah, you get to be 500,000 subscribers. That check's probably pretty good. But most of the people, even I watched a video the other day, you can get 6 figures with a lot less subscribers than you think you do. And what they said, it is in ads, it's in people product placement, it's what you're wearing on your head or your shirt you're wearing or the travel trailer you're traveling in. Don't focus on being monetized, even though I would like to get past that point, just to get past that point. You know what I'm saying? But don't think that is where you got to be to make money.
So again, I know we kind of squirrel, but if you've watched any of my videos or lives for more than 5 minutes, squirrel is the route we take. It's just, I mean, if we go in a straight line for too long, there's probably something weirdly wrong, or I'm not feeling well. If we're squirreling over the place, that's good. So keep up, or better yet, just watch it all the way through and then rewatch from a different IP address and a different account as many times as you want until you get the information.
Danny's got a point. Blaine has made more money off my wheel than YouTube would ever pay him. Yep, that's true.
Happy Place Camping has made more money off of everybody's giveaways and contests than I probably made in 3 years in a job. So, but yeah, the key is you got to have. The key is even if your intentions are not to go and try to be big or anything like that, it's too easy to start off small. Because here's the problem: Okay, let's say you're Brazen Brits, because that's the first one I looked at when I looked over in the chat. Okay, if you're the Brazen Brits, you start your YouTube channel, and you're only starting your YouTube channel because you want to show everybody how much better the United States is than any other country in the world. And that's all you really want to do, and you weren't going to make any money off, and you weren't planning on making any money off of it. So you don't really care about anything. Your email address and your about section is your own personal one, and you don't have any links to anything else. But then next thing you know, you end up like overnight with a couple thousand subscribers, and and so now people are like, do you have an Instagram? Do you have Facebook? Where can I keep finding you and get more information? And then you go and try to create your Facebook page. Well, you can't create the Brazen Brits Facebook page because somebody else already did. Or you can't create a Brazen Brits Instagram because somebody else already did. So now your only options are, one, you try to contact the people who did it and buy that name from them. Good luck. Or two, you change your name across all of your platforms, which is a horrible idea at that point. Or three, you have different names on all your different platforms, which is honestly just as bad. So start off from the beginning. Just create your stuff. Create your email address. Go ahead and get a website address. Go to GoDaddy or whoever and reserve your website address, your URL. I mean, it's only like $10 or $15 a year, so it's not a lot of money. And if you don't start a website, you've got it there for in case you do eventually, because it's a lot easier and a lot cheaper to have all that stuff right off the bat in the beginning than it is to try to get it once you become a bigger channel. And I'll give you a great example of that. Almost. Many years ago, when the internet was kind of young, I owned a web hosting company. Technically, I still do, but I don't do anything with it. Well, one of the websites, I went out and registered websites, because this was a big thing back then. It kind of still is. People would register websites and then sell them. So I registered one. Well, I registered one. It was just 6 letters, very short website. It was dalejr.com. Well, anybody know anybody by the name of Dale Jr. out there? Any NASCAR fans? It's kind of a big deal, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Well, I got contacted by Dale Earnhardt Incorporated because they wanted to buy that website address for Junior, because he was just starting running in what was then called the Nationwide Series. I gave it to him. I charged him what I paid for it, and that was it. And it just is a gesture of goodwill that I hope would come back and work good for me. It didn't, but I could have sold that, and I've seen website addresses sell for thousands and thousands of dollars, or even millions of dollars, depending on the company. So that's why it's important, because you never know where your channel is going to go. You never know. So it's very important to have all this stuff nailed down right in the beginning. Hey, there you go. Brazen Brits. He had a buddy in the UK who bought the URL for his town. They paid him $15K for it. See?
Wow.
That's a good return on investment. He probably paid less than $50 for it. So that's good. If you can get those kind of things going, reselling like that, you make good money. So that's why it's important to have all that stuff ahead of time when it's easy and cheap. So that's the short, long version of why it's important to nail down all these names. And so now that's why I'm not in love with our channel's name, to be honest with you. We never were. From the get-go. But it was the only one we could think of that actually worked across all the major social media platforms. And that's why we went with it. It was still kind of okay. It was longer than I wanted it to be, and I would like for it to be in a letter that was higher up in the alphabet, but it wasn't, and that's what we came up with. It's hard to find. You start searching YouTube for names, you'll see that there's a lot of dead channels out there with really great names taken.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Go ahead. I got all I can do to manage my channel. I can't imagine managing a bunch of channels, but everybody just work hard to do your channel your way. I think that is
Mhm.
why Boxman D is so popular, and channels like Bob's Adventure and Gina Payne, because they're so real and people can envision themselves doing it because they envision themselves as those people. And it's like all of us that travel and stuff, we have to do our channel as us, because if we are us, there's other people out there that are like us, and they're looking at us for different adventures and things. And so there's always a channel base for everybody. You just got to be yourself.
Mhm. Yeah, and so to get back to Facebook, get a page, um, and I'm going to talk. And same with Instagram, Twitter. We have a Twitter account, but I'll be honest with you, at least for us at this point in the game, Twitter isn't doing anything for us at all. We have a lot of followers on Instagram. Instagram, in order from followers is for us is YouTube, pretty deep drop to Instagram, then Facebook, and somewhere down here is Twitter, and on the floor or in the basement is Pinterest. And so we have accounts on all those platforms, and but most importantly, we post all those platforms. And there's a lot of automated tools out there that can, and some built-in tools that can help you with that. And that's the key, because you got to have all these social media platforms, but you also have to keep them current. Because if you go, I mean, I've gone to YouTube pages, I've watched a video, man, that video was cool because I was looking for something, like I needed to try to fix something. Channel, I'll go check out the channel,
Uh-oh,
and
we lost Michael.
there, and that, am I
You
back?
froze. Yeah, you're back. You froze for a second. I had audio, but you froze. Go ahead. It may have just been me. Nope, you're froze again. Am I the only one? Swap.
All right, how we now? Hello, can you hear me,
I can
Bueller?
hear you. I'm swapping over to
Okay,
my phone to make sure it was not me
it
that
was
was.
me probably.
Okay.
I swapped over.
Oh, Braids and Brits put they thought you
Yeah.
were gone, so it's
So,
not just
um,
me. Yeah, Johnny's Journey said it's your show now. We've lost him again. So
yeah. So, but there's automated tools out there that are easy to use and can help you. Like with Instagram, even on the Instagram app, you can set it to automatically paste. How about try post to your Facebook page. So now you can, whenever make an Instagram post, it automatically goes to Facebook. You're done. You don't have to do anything else. It was taken care of for you. And there's automated tools and apps out there to where you can just upload something and it posts to all the social media platforms at one time. So you do one thing and it blasts out to everything. And those are really key and helpful, because now you've got your stuff is current and relevant all the time across all the platforms. And yes, it's 100% okay to have the same thing posted on Instagram, that's on Pinterest, that's on Facebook, that's on Twitter, or whatever. And in most cases, that's what everybody else is doing. They have the same thing posted across all those platforms. And there's a big reason why. Not everybody has Twitter. Not everybody has Instagram. Not everybody has Facebook. So you can post the same thing across all those platforms, and you'll get different people that only see it there. So that's why it's important to have
it is.
multi-platform and then post out there to all of them at the same time. And you can use it to set up your videos. Like if you're out filming a video, you can take a picture or a short video clip of something that's kind of cool, but it won't give away everything, but like a teaser. And then you can post that to Instagram and then, shoot it out. Now you're starting to build a little bit of buzz for your upcoming video.
Yeah. Hey, I just seen Thomas Jordan come in the chat. Thomas, when you subscribed to my channel today, I thought you were my son setting up a YouTube channel because my son's name is Thomas Jordan Heartline, and it threw me for a loop. But you have an awesome channel. I've watched 2 of your videos, and I actually sent him a request to be on my live stream. So, but you have and it just I love how you did it. I'm not going to give it away. I'm going to let everybody go over there. I seen Meant to Be RVing over there, I think. But you guys need to go check out Thomas Jordan.
Okay. My Backyard Science says, be careful with TikTok. It's a Chinese company. Look at terms. You agree. I'll tell you this much. I'm not doing TikTok. Now, I've been in classes where they said TikTok is the thing now, and that's where you want to go. You could drive a lot of traffic. But I think it really depends on your target audience. I don't think there's a ton of RVers for our target audience or vets, veteran RVers, on TikTok that's going to come over after they watch me do something stupid on TikTok, come over and watch my videos. And Roman Rosie, yeah, my age audience doesn't know how to manage social media. They click like on Facebook and tell me they subscribe. Yeah, that's funny. But so, and again, the easiest way to do all this stuff is, again, and I know I'm reiterating it, is to start from scratch. If you and I know a lot of you've you've got your YouTube channel and it's tied to your personal account. Well, you can add an email. And Gary, this was you, right? Your channel was like that when you first, right?
You cut up. I lost the first little bit of what you said.
Yeah. Okay, your YouTube channel was connected to your personal email account, right?
Yeah, to start with. Yeah, because I had a little issue getting that swapped over.
Right. And so then we got that squared away. And so if you've got, and again, even if you started it out on under your personal Gmail account, you can create another Gmail account for your page and use that email address for it.
I'll tell you another reason for doing that. If your channel name is your email, it's a lot easier to remember.
Yeah, it is. And so do that. Now, I could have come up with, instead of having our email address being ourepic.rvadventure@gmail.com, I could have had it, be, well, we have a website. So the email addresses I could be giving out could be, Michael@ourepic.rvadventure.com. I chose not to go that route personally, simply because the channel name at Gmail is very common and very easy for most people to use. Now I could set it up to where they both go to the same, inbox, so I don't have to manage multiple accounts. I could do that pretty easily, but I just decided, why bother? Just stick with one, and I can always change my email address later. It's not that big of a deal. Email address, the name of your channel, and all that other stuff, that's kind of a big deal. And go ahead.
I lost my train of thought. I've got so many guys texting me over here like squirrel, 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 rabbit. I was going to say something. Oh, going back to the email. It's easy for me to say channel name at gmail.com. And it's easy for somebody to say, hey, what's Daydream About Nice Things email? Channel name at gmail.com. Daydream About Nice Things at gmail.com. And now, if I don't have somebody's email, I'll send out a test email to their channel name through Gmail, and 90% of the time, that is their email. So,
yep. And so, in other words, make it easy. And the other reason why you don't want to use your personal email or your personal Facebook page and all this stuff with your channel, besides looking more professional, is, well, what happens when you get the one creepy person who's trying to contact you? Now they're contacting you through your personal Facebook page. They're posting stuff there. They've got your personal email address, and they're sending, inappropriate things. You got to deal with all that stuff. It's just easier to keep all that stuff separate.
I have another thing is we keep losing you, Michael. I think
Business.
we are. Yeah, you're circling the drain in the medical field. That's what we call it, circling the drain. You're not looking good. We're fixing to turn the machines off. I think we've lost
Well,
Michael. All right.
am
So
I
what
back?
I was gonna
Am I here?
you are in and out.
Yeah, I'm in and out. We got internet problems here. So hang
We
on a
got
second. You
loud and
talk.
clear.
You
You're
talk.
loud and clear now. I mean clear and on time and
All
you're
right.
cooking.
I'm not moving.
Yeah,
Go
but your
ahead.
lips are.
Go ahead, Gary. Talk.
Okay. I
Speak.
thought yeah, you're all clear and you got your internet kicking and Johnny's journal. Do not circle the drain, buddy. Yeah, that is bad. You don't want to be doing
Yeah.
that. Oh man, I can't wait to tell y'all. I gotta wait till Kelly gives me the okay, but Daydream About Nice Things and Johnny's Journey is working on a project. It is awesome, by the way. And I hope Johnny knows about it. Kelly's been messaging me, so I can't wait to tell everybody about it. It's awesome. And Kelly's idea, by the way, Vanderella. If y'all don't know Vanderella, it's Kelly.
Um, Um, yeah,
Ah,
Roy, I'm having internet problems. It has nothing to do with Visible. It's actually
I just now
I
figured out
have
what he was saying.
yeah, I have two different routers in my RV, and I use that to connect to two different sources. Well, right now I'm trying to connect to my house internet, which is right there, and they're both connected, but they won't pass traffic. And I've been fighting with them all afternoon. Both of them are having the exact same problem. But when I connect to the house internet, it works perfectly for my computer. The only problem is I am just about 2 or 3 feet outside of the range for my computer to pick up that Wi-Fi.
Let me tell you.
Now,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, and now my one Wi-Fi, I mean my one router has a Wi-Fi antenna that has like a 5 mile range, so I'm good with it. But I can't get the internet to working.
We had internet issues. The Monday I was supposed to pull out to go meet Jerry at the camp, and they came. They swapped out the router. He's like, "Man, I know this is what it is." Said you have a Model 12, and this one's a Model 21. There's been a lot of upgrades, and so he changes it out. We're like, "Yeah, great, man." When he turned it on, it was kicking. He didn't get out of the driveway good. It died. So I call him. He comes right back. I have a cell phone because he called me on a cell phone number. He comes right back. So he goes outside where the panel is, changes all of that out, all brand new. He said the only thing left to change is the line going from this box through your utility room, under your house, to your bedroom where it's all at. And anyway, he said that's all there's left to change. And so he gets out of the driveway a little bit. Guess what? It dies. So he schedules because I'm wanting to leave to go camping. He said, "Hey, I'll come back whenever you tell me." While we were camping, he calls me and he said, "Hey, Gary," said, "we just realized the phone company's the one that does our internet here. That we got a ton of people having the exact same problem you have." Said we've got a hold of the company, and they said even though the battery light on your battery says it's good, it's not really. It's giving a false positive. It's bad. He said if your storage room, which you access from the outside, is still unlocked, I'll go by and swap that out, and I think that'll fix your problem. Sure enough, it did. But now I got all new equipment in my house on the outside, the new battery, so I should be good for internet for a while.
That's good. So, Roy, if you have any issues with getting it set up, just give me a call, buddy. I'll help you out as best I can on that visible phone. And y'all need to behave yourself in the chat. I'm fixing to expel some people from the class. If Nurse Our Travel Bug was here, I'd go ahead and kick them out already just for principle.
Johnny Journey. Oh, it's Harvey Ash and April who started it.
Yeah. So, to roll back.
I may have to leave the class.
Mr. Mayor. Composure.
Joe Biden. I mean, never mind.
Have some composure in front of your constituents. Yeah. Oh, Bob, you're going to get a visible line too? Cool.
So, Bob, what's your count? Bob has been nailing some awesome interviews.
Yeah, he's been doing great. I'll tell you, with I'm trying to look something up here real quick. Yeah, there we go. Excuse me. So with to kind of keep going back on staying on topic here. The key is, and again, I know we say this all the time on Tech Talk, is consistent presentation to the world, and have that consistency throughout all of your social media platforms. Do you have to be on all of them? No. Does it help? Absolutely. I know there's some people out there, just like everything else when it comes to YouTube, there is a group of people that tells you this is the only way this is the right way. And there's another group here saying the exact opposite, and they're the right way. And you know what? They're both right. In other words, there is no perfect, if you follow this path, you're going to get 1 million subscribers in a year formula. There just isn't. If there was, there'd be companies making tons of money selling that formula, and there'd be a lot of people, using it. But the formula that works this is the only formula that works. Interesting content that gets watched and noticed by people. That's it. Now, the key is you got to have the interesting content, and you got to figure out how to get people to watch it. But you got to be careful, because if you get people to, and that's why you got to be really careful of growing too fast from a subscriber standpoint. Because if your content isn't that great, but you're doing things to get your subscriber count going up, things like, going into grow channels and things like this, you've got this huge subscriber base, but you have crap videos or no videos. YouTube looks at that kind of strange, and especially if they're not watching your videos. If you've got, and I just use 1,000 subscribers because that's the gold standard, right? 1,000 subscribers. That one day Gary and I will hopefully be there. Hopefully one day soon.
Michael before me.
How many you got now?
Well, I was doing really well, and then I fell off the stock market. I was at 887, and I'm down to 883, I think.
Oh, you're still ahead of me.
Not by much.
So, yeah. So Nurse on Travel Bug's in here now. So if somebody can go ahead and mute him, that'd be good, or put him in timeout. But just preemptive, It's like taking the flu shot. Yeah, it's like a flu shot. You get it so nothing bad happens, hopefully.
There's Roman with Rosie.
Yeah. Hey. So Now, see, now I don't forget what I was saying. What was I saying?
Me.
Having a TBI stinks sometimes. Oh, if you have a ton of subscribers that you've gained, by going into grow channels or buying them or whatever, and we're using the 1,000 subscriber threshold. So you've got your 1,000 subscribers, but your videos are only getting like 20 or 30 views each. YouTube looks at that and says, even your subscribers don't like your stuff. So why we're not going to promote you at all. I mean, we're not even going to think about promoting you. So that's why it's not. Everybody worries about subscriber count. Subscriber count really means absolutely nothing. Yes, when you get 1,000 subscribers, you can get the community tab and unlock some other features. You can live stream from your phone easier. You can live stream from a GoPro and some other devices. All that's cool. But if you're only getting 20 to 30 or 40 views on your videos because the people that subscribe to you either aren't real people or aren't people interested in your content, you're actually hurting your channel in the long run. So resist the temptation to quickly grow your channel. Let the channel grow at whatever the normal pace is for your channel based on your content. And don't let anybody tell you that your content is the greatest out there, because I'm going to break some hearts here, maybe makes people mad. Your content is not the greatest unless you've got 4 or 5 times more views than you have subscribers. I'd say 10 times more views than you have subscribers. That's probably a really good video. And unless all of your videos are like that, you don't have great content. I certainly don't have great content. So there's a pot calling the kettle black here. I'm trying. I'm not trying as hard as I should. I'm not trying as hard as I could, but I'm trying. I'm more concerned about having fun, enjoying this journey.
Right. And you do that, the rest will come.
Right. I'm not going to spend days and days editing a video. I'm just not. I've done that. And honestly, the less time I spend editing a video, the more views I get on it. That's just been my luck. If I shoot a video in one take, so I don't have to do any editing, which happens like once in a blue moon, I'll get more views on that than the ones I've edited up and put in cool music and transitions and all that stuff. All that work I put in, I get half the views. I mean, that's just me. The more work I put into the post-production side of a video, the less views I tend to get. But the key is to go back to stay on topic is don't focus on your subscriber number. Keep an eye on it, obviously, because it's important, because you got to get 1,000 subscribers. But more importantly, and way harder to get, is 4,000 watch hours. That's hard, especially if you're putting out one 15, 20-minute video a week. That's hard. Because, go ahead.
Following the Yellow Brick Road had a question. It's easy. Go to your YouTube studio and then go over to analytics, and you'll find that answer in there. It will highlight the hours that your viewers, based on the video, the viewers you've had in the past when they're on YouTube. It will highlight. It'll be specific for your channel.
Yep, and it so you want to post your videos on the dark purple times in YouTube Studio, if you can, and then there's a lot of other to talk about when to post, when to do premieres, not to do premieres, and all that stuff, and that really depends on the videos. We like to do premieres because it gives us a little bit more opportunity to interact with people during the initial showing. It also helps build up the watch time on that video right off the bat. So hopefully YouTube will promote it because they say, hey, this video has 80% retention in the first hour.
We talked about,
and 10% is usually average. So
we talked about this on the show today, I think, on the morning show. I have started doing the RV quick tips. They're like 3 minutes, 2 and 3 minutes long. Well, y'all, I mean, I'm thinking if I'm gonna click on the RV quick tip, I'm at least gonna watch it until the tip is over, right? Or at least to the point they tell what the tip is. No, that's not the average. The average time on those is just right before I reveal what the tip is. I mean, we're talking about the whole video is 3 minutes long, but yet we can't keep an average time that gets to the point of what the tip is. That just blows my mind why people would even click on it.
Well, they're probably just jumping through to the end, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and it's a whole nother discussion we're not going to talk about today as far as how long a video should be. But I'll say this much: the video needs to be however long it needs to be.
Yep.
But you really need to keep it under. You need to keep it around 20 minutes or less. Anything bigger than that, consider breaking it up into 2 or 3 parts, because there's very few videos that anybody's going to watch on YouTube that's longer than 10, 15 minutes. Think about your own watching habits. You know, are you fast forwarding when you watch YouTube videos? Unless it's something that the ones you watch when you're trying to figure out how to fix something or do something, you'll watch them all the way through. But just the videos you're watching from, you know, a channel you like, how long are you going to watch that unless you're really invested in that topic? You'll watch it for a few minutes. You might fast forward to see if things change, or you'll just click off of it. So it's one thing for somebody to click off after off of a 15-minute video after watching 5 minutes. That's not too bad. But if they only watch 5 minutes of an hour-long video, that hurts. So break it up. I don't remember what the magic number is, or what people say the magic number is as far as how the length of a video should be. But the key is it should be as long as it needs to be. And that goes with, there's some very popular YouTube channels that take 5 or 6 minutes worth of content and stretch it out over 45 minutes by constantly literally repeating the same thing over and over again, or retelling their life story every single video. You know, it doesn't work for me because I get bored. Like, I already heard you say this, give me something new. So don't fall in that trap of repeating stuff. I'm repeating it here because, hey, that's what teachers do.
That's right.
You know, you gotta repeat the stuff here, because some people like Roy don't pay attention, and so you got to catch his attention. So hopefully he pays attention. Hopefully.
I think we need to talk to Roy's parents about sending him to school sick.
I think he's just claiming to be sick, to be honest with you.
Faker.
Yeah, he is.
He's gonna have to go to the doctor and get a shot, get a doctor's excuse.
Yeah. And for those of you who are new or relatively new, we love Roy. We're just picking on him. Roy's a great guy. Becky's a better person than Roy because she's putting up with him. She's a saint. But
the only reason Roy is as good as he is because of Becky and Boxman D, and now MJ.
Yeah. So to kind of put a bow on the whole social media thing, it's really important to have everything consistent. When I say consistent too, if I look on your Facebook page, if you have a dedicated Facebook page for your YouTube channel, which you should have that exact same banner that you have on your YouTube channel. Your logo, your thumbnail logo thing should be the same across all the platforms as well. That way, when I look at from a distance any social media platform and it's your page, I know it's your page. And that's key, because if I go to Daydream About Nice Things on Instagram and I don't see anything that looks like Gary, I don't see sponsorship logos everywhere, and I don't see a coffee mug, then I don't know if it's him or not. But it could be him, but he's just putting something else different out there because he thought it was cool to be different. Well, it's kind of not cool to be different in that case because hang on, making a sale here. So if anybody wants to buy any furniture, come on down. Michael and Shelley's Discount Furniture Outlet while supplies last. But yeah, Bob's Adventure Brains the key. Have the same logo everywhere. Have the same logo everywhere. I mean, you can't really see, but I'm wearing my. I mean, see, that's the hat I'm wearing. Now it doesn't look exactly like my logo, for our channel because it's an embroidered hat and they couldn't embroider the whole thing. But if you look at, we've got shirts, jackets, and stickers. They're all the same. It's the same logo. It's the same brand. So when you see that, and not only is it the same brand, what's even more, just as important, is the colors. Your colors are part of your brand, and a lot of people don't realize that. So they just use all kinds of different colors on all their thumbnails, on all their, the words that they put on their thumbnails. They use different colors every time. So that confuses people. You want people to, if they're watching a video, and if your video is on that right-hand side as a suggested video, you want them to be able to notice you without thinking about it. Let the brain tell the person, hey, that's a channel you like right there because I recognize the colors and the font and the style because that's you. That's why we always talk, when we talk about thumbnails, it's important to be consistent across all of your thumbnails. They should look very, very similar. That way, somebody who looks at them knows, hey, that's Bob's Adventure because I recognize that logo. I'm not sure why there's a picture of a guy with scruffy beard because Bob doesn't have a scruffy beard. Well, those guys are the new subscribers. You need to go back and watch his old stuff before he shaved his beard and figure out why he shaved his beard. So now I just plug Bob and he's going to get all kinds of views. Watch his stuff from the beginning. I tell people the shirts are $1,000. My wife made them. She doesn't want them. Yeah, that's good. And again, consistency is the key. I mean, look, what's that? Gary, can you speak for the audience?
Chick-fil-A.
That's Chick-fil-A. I mean, you didn't need to see that. You saw that, and you knew who it was because that's their brand. That's their logo. For the educated people in the room,
I know what that is.
Whataburger. Even more importantly, jalapeno Whataburger.
Jalapeno.
I love the jalapeno burger.
Jalapeno.
On a stick. So, you know who these people are because you recognize the logo and the color scheme. Well, you need to have your own logo and your own color scheme. That way people recognize you too. It works the same. It does. And you may not think it does because, I'm just a little YouTube channel. I've barely got 50 subscribers. Well, one day you might be a not so little YouTube channel with 50,000 subscribers. And the way to get there is for people to recognize you. And they can't recognize you if you're constantly changing your font styles, your colors, your thumbnails. That's why it's important when you do come up with a thumbnail scheme that you like, it might not be a bad idea to go back and change the thumbnails on some of your older videos. Not necessarily all of your videos, because if you got like 100 videos, that's a lot of work. But on your most popular videos, definitely. Because you can go and sort in YouTube Studio to see what your most popular videos are. Make sure all those thumbnails are at least consistent. all your latest videos, for the last couple of months should be consistent, and all of your most popular ones should be the exact same style as your most recent ones. They should all be together and consistent. I'm just looking through the chat here real quick. So there's a lot of people out there that can. What is it? I think it's a website called Fiverr, where you can find graphic artists who for a price will make you a logo. Usually like 50, 75 bucks. There's people within the community that can do that. One Strange Adventure made our logo, and Corey at Northwoods, he's done some logo work and branding work for some different channels. But so there's a lot of options out there. But the key is, hang on. I'll share that text with you later, Gary. You'll get a kick out of it. So RV Weekends, I'm on the fence about the logo. I think your logo is kind of cool.
I think it's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. But looking at it right here on the screen, it doesn't pop out at me either. So maybe some color changes is all you need to make that logo
I
really.
was going to say the same thing. Some bolder color, because it sort of fades. It's like a faded. And I'm no pro. Yeah. I'm just saying it sort of fades. Like with the RV Weekends out by the side, the logo nearly blends in with it.
Yeah. So you've got to have. It doesn't need to be bright neon colors because you don't want it to hurt somebody's eyes, but you want it to pop. And one thing too to be careful about when you're using anybody is make sure that they're not just using some sort of template on you. In other words, the logo they make for you or the thumbnail template they make for you is basically the same as all the other ones they make. They're just different colors, because now that's confusing your brand with other channels. It needs to be unique to you. And you got to be really careful on like with Fiverr and some of these other folks to that maybe what, especially if they say, hey, I'll give you a logo for like $5 or $10. Most likely they're using some sort of template and they're just taking your name and throwing it in their template. Maybe change a color and say, here you go, give me my money.
I made mine on a free app. I don't even know what the app was called.
And then when you look around, there's a bunch of other channels that have, from a distance, especially when you look at it as a thumbnail, like in the chat here, everybody on the chat, if the logos were made by the same person using the same template, they would almost look the same. You just look at the logo, because when they're really small, the only thing you can tell is the colors and maybe some of the imagery. So you've got to make sure that whoever does your logo work, they're not using the same thing they're using for anybody else. So if you're getting logo work done by anybody, whether they're doing it for free or you're paying for them, number one, you want to get samples of the work they've already done. Show me some channels, show me some work you've already done. If you like that work and you say go ahead, you make sure what they do for you doesn't look like anything that they've shown you already. Because if it does, you might be sending a mixed message on your brand and getting your channel confused with another channel. And there's so many YouTube channels out there, and it's not hard to do. So I was real happy with our logo because I hadn't seen anything really like it. And the RV Weekends logo here too, that's pretty unique as well. A lot of people have very unique logos, and that's important. That's key. And let's see, Lynn. Your logo is simple and to the point, but it's hard to read. And on a thumbnail, like looking at it on the chat, it just looks like a little yellow circle with nothing in it. least for me, I got bad eyes. So,
Yeah,
but
if that letter was, if the letters were different
if the letters
color,
were different,
different
and
color,
yeah, and
like if that was probably a red or orange, that would really pop.
yeah. So I'm gonna throw one out here as a good example, and that's Van Life Rocks, who is a new channel to me. I found out about him through Gina Payne not too long ago. Quality stuff out there. I think he's lying about his age though.
Yeah.
But quality stuff. But look at his logo. That's clean. It's simple. But if you look at it on the thumbnail side, heck, it looks just like it does on the screen, just about.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, you can see, and that's why I picked that logo, is because yeah, I can see that. And a lot of these other ones are the same way. Nurse Our Child Book, their logo was done by Harold at One Strange Adventure as well. He did some touch-up work on those. And I'm, we're not going to go through here and talk about a bunch of logos, but I did want to point some of those out. Because when you make a logo or somebody shows you a logo they make and they're showing it to you this big, anything can look great. A thumbnail template this big looks great, but what does it look like on this? Because the vast majority of the people checking out your channel, this is what they're going to see it on. How does your logo look on this? How does your banner look on this? How does your thumbnails look on this? Does it even make sense to even put words on the thumbnail, because the font you use, you can't even read it? So you got to be careful for that. And Avenger, I noticed that as well, buddy. I looked just a second ago as well. I'm not seeing one. So we'll just keep running for a little bit, and hopefully they'll start up a live, and then we'll jump over there.
I tell you, talking about on the phone, YouTube just put out a video yesterday or today in the Creators Insider about them going to mobile first. In other words, they're going to make mobile. They talk like a lot of the people view YouTube from a mobile device, not from a laptop or even from a desktop. So they're going to go to a mobile first platform. I don't know what all that's going to involve. I'm going to say that all their templates and stuff that they provide is going to be mobile first. Right now, it's mobile second, because if you do a desktop banner, it does not line up with the cell phone banners. So
Right.
I think they're moving in a great direction, because I too used to, well, especially if I'm driving or working. I mean, like, not driving, but if I'm going back and forth to work and I'm sitting in the parking lot or something, I watch a lot of YouTube videos while my bus is warming up, and it's done on my phone. If me and Tammy's out working or she's shopping and I'm sitting on the bench watching, I'm watching videos. So
Yeah, and really, phones and tablets are probably the number one devices being used to watch YouTube videos today, and that number is just growing. It's not going down. It's going to grow. And Dustin here makes a good point. A lot of people are using TuneStead, which is cool, but it makes a lot of channels look the same. That's true. I mean,
yep.
TuneStead's great, and that is no slam on
Right.
him at all. I mean, his artwork is unique and cool. I mean, he did a logo for us, and we love it. But from a thumbnail perspective, when you're looking at it like this,
You blend in.
You blend in hard with everybody. So you got to think about that as well. You have to think about how it sizes, what it looks like in black and white color, how it looks on a background that's busy, and how you can use it on apparel and stuff. Yeah, Sonny's Place. You got to think about all that stuff. And a lot of it makes it hard. It really does, and it makes it frustrating a lot of times. I mean, because I'm trying to make this logo work, and I can't, because if I put it on this, it looks like junk, but it looks great on my computer. Well, honestly, anything you put on a computer is going to look good, because it's sized bigger, so you can read it, especially if you have old eyes like I do. It's when you go down to the tablet size, or when you go down to the phone size, and especially, I mean, yeah, this is a Galaxy Note 8, but you know, newer cell phones are even bigger than this thing. So they're almost like a mini tablet. But there's a lot of people out there that still have smartphones that are smaller screen size than this, and so you got to kind of keep that in mind as well. But the key is, again, is look across all those. So if you're playing around with changing your thumbnail or changing your logo or changing your banner, your first stop, once you fix it on your computer how you think it should be on whatever editing software you're using, is go to your phone. How does it look? Because it doesn't matter how it looks on your computer if it doesn't look good on your phone. It just doesn't. And Justin Christina came up here. Hello, Justin, Christina, and Michael. And I didn't get a chance to say this, so I'll go ahead and say it now. Specifically to Justin, but everybody else that this applies to, because this was his first Father's Day a couple of days ago. So Justin, happy Father's Day, my friend. And for all the other fathers out there, whether you know you are or not, happy Father's Day to you. So we are at 6:02, but we still got 28 in the room. So if there's anybody who's got questions about anything technical related, now when I say technically related, it doesn't have to be something about Facebook or YouTube. If you got a question about, tire pressure monitoring, or what air compressor to use, or anything technical RV related, drop them down here, and we'll get them answered. If you have anything coffee related, I've got the expert right there. And again, you need to go back and watch RV Traveling MIA Researchers live stream from last night to watch how giddy this guy was when he jumped in there and found out they were talking about coffee.
Yep, I was like a kid in a candy store.
And I was sad that I missed your live stream this morning because we were traveling, and because I knew, I saw the thumbnail. I made a comment before your live started. I saw you had him on there, and I knew this was going to be like,
epic.
Epic.
We had the most watch.
It was going to be like
morning show ever this morning.
Yeah, it was going to be like somebody meeting a famous rock star, for the first time. And so, technical question: how is the Wi-Fi at Whataburger? It doesn't matter what the Wi-Fi is at a Whataburger, because the only thing that matters is you're at Whataburger.
If the food hot,
nothing else matters.
Right. Are they open? That's all that matters.
Yeah, are they open? And for the coffee thing, if you type in Epic RV for the coffee thing, I don't even have their link, because I wasn't pimping coffee today. But apparently, for whatever, like we talked about earlier, for those who came in earlier,
it's Epic RV, happy place camping.
Epic RV, yeah.
I just so happen to have the link to the coffee place, and no, I don't get money for that. Yeah. I don't even get money if you use the link either.
Yeah, no love. We get no love if you use the link.
But we do have a veteran-owned company.
Yep. So hello, happy birthday, Sonny's Place. And remember, you're not getting older. Yeah, you really are getting older. Here we go. I haven't been to Whataburger. How different is that than In-N-Out? Okay, it's like the difference between Taco Bell and a real Mexican restaurant, with In-N-Out being the Taco Bell and a real Mexican restaurant being Whataburger. That's the disparity and difference there. That's the best way to explain it.
Here is the link to Roasters Marketplace. Did I lose y'all?
Nope.
Like I say, me or Michael don't get paid anything for this link.
Yeah. So real quick, while people are coming up with Sonny, some Mexican sets of grain comparison. Yeah, so you know exactly what I'm talking about then. I mean, I really hate to say Taco Bell is Mexican food because it's not. It's, but I also just a real quick note while people are trying to come up with questions. I'll tackle that in just a second. I have another drone video coming out pretty soon, and not going to give away a lot of details about it, but I will say that.
Uh-oh.
And we'll see.
I think that Shelly might need to take away your drone before you really hurt somebody.
Danny said In-N-Out is a wannabe Sonic. Yeah, I like that comparison. It's a wannabe Sonic. And Sonic is good, so all right. So
I've never eat at an In-N-Out.
I have once, and the one time I did was perfect because we were in Texas and we had just gotten Whataburger and we were eating it driving down the road when we saw an In-N-Out burger somewhere, I think around Waco. So we're like, oh, this is the perfect time to go see which one's better because we got Whataburger in our hands. So we pulled in there and just got like a burger and fries and split it amongst us. No comparison. Whataburger, hands down.
I like Sonic if it's good, but they're so up and down on their quality here in Rainsville. So we've got a Sonic here in Rainsville, and one day it's good, and the other day I wouldn't even. I mean, the effort it takes to walk to that joint would be more than it would be worth some days. So
Yeah.
they're not consistent.
Yeah. So Bill wants to know where can he pick up this truck that's going to Texas? Anywhere between Fayetteville, North Carolina, Atlanta, Birmingham, right along that path, I-20. You pick it up on I-20. Thursday. Not this coming Thursday, but next Thursday.
Is that when the truck pulls out of?
That's when I pull out in the truck to go to Texas.
So have we got the air conditioning fixed?
No.
Oh my
No,
Lord.
we're not talking about that right now.
Oh my Lord.
So my backyard science. Got any tips on blogs? I've got a free blogger from Google, but I'm seeing 0 views to that, even though my YouTube videos get good search results on Google. You know, I really don't. We have a website that I've almost abandoned. When we first started our YouTube channel, I was actually making blog posts to go along with the videos. Excuse me. And so what was happening was I'd post a video and then I would throw some more stuff in the blog post related to the video, because most of the videos in the beginning were kind of how-tos and reviews. So I was just trying to add a little bit more to it. And they got okay views, because what I would do is I would push people from our I would put it out in different Facebook groups and on our page, hey, I just checked out this, tire pressure monitoring system. Here's what I think about it. And I put the link to our website, to that blog post on our website. And of course, the link's there, the video's there. So the video starts running. So they see the video. So I get the watch time and stuff from the video. Maybe they subscribe, maybe they don't, whatever. But I just didn't get a lot of love from that. Now, I know some people out there, all they do is blog and maybe Instagram. They don't do YouTube at all, and they get a lot of results. So I don't know the magic formula for that. I wish I did. But I think the key is, just like with YouTube, you got to have the different platforms, and you got to try to push to the different platforms. The nice thing about the blog, like I was doing, was you can post your YouTube video in that, especially if you're blogging about that video, or that video is part of what you're blogging about, and you can put them in that one spot on your blog, and you're getting the view on your blog, and you're getting the view on your video at the same time. So you're driving people that way. But honestly, I just got to the point where I couldn't. I just didn't. I didn't want to spend the time blogging. That was really what it was. I wanted to spend more time trying to figure out do um, how to do good videos. And I'm still and as usual, after we've gone past our allotted time for a live stream and we keep going, we start talking about food.
Food.
Gary and Five Guys, yes, I'm 100% on with Five Guys. Love Five Guys. I've got a great Five Guys story. Um, let's see here. Blogging is hard. I think I'm a decent writer, but how we drive anyone to a website these days is lost on me. You drive them through Facebook and Instagram and honestly YouTube. You make a YouTube video, mention that blog in your video, put a link to it in your description of the video. Make an Instagram post pointing people to your blog, Facebook post pointing people to your blog. Okay, so we got, hang on. Drone question. If you had a choice, would you do the DJI Mini or the Mavic Air? Well, if money was no object, I'd go with the Mavic Air. Now, the thing with the Mavic Air is it's above the minimum weight, so you need to have, in the United States, you need to have a drone operator's license.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
I got to check out. I'll see you guys later.
Yep. See you, buddy. Thanks for dropping by.
All right.
So you've got, but on that same note, if you want to have, if you're flying your drone for commercial purposes, which if you have a monetized YouTube channel and you want a video you make to be monetized that you have drone footage in, by the FAA regulations, you're supposed to have a drone operator's license no matter what size drone you're flying, no matter what it weighs. If you any drone activity for commercial purposes, which means you're making money off of it, you need to have a drone operator's license. Now, I do not have a drone operator's license. The Mavic Mini does not require that because it's literally 1 gram under the minimum weight to require a license. And I've shot drone footage that I put in my videos. Now, technically, I cannot monetize those videos once I do reach the stage of being monetized without breaking the law. Now, tons of people do it, and probably rarely, if ever, get caught. Now, I am going to get a drone operator's license because I want to get one. I not only to be, legally compliant if I get a bigger drone, but also from the you do learn a lot from going through the process and studying to take the test to get the license. So I'm going to get one eventually. It's not high up on my to-do list right now, but I am going to get one eventually. But if money were no object and I had a drone operator's license, I'd get a Mavic Air. I'd get the most expensive DJI drone I can afford. And because in my opinion, DJI makes the best drones that are the easiest to use, and user friendly, and forgiving. And I'm scrolling down here. Yeah, it can be a lot. There's a lot involved to it if it's above the correct weight. And I answered that question. Yep, if you're using it to make money, you need a license. Even if you're using one of those little drones about little indoor drones about the size of a murder hornet, one of those size. Yep, you gotta have the license. And I've looked at the license a little bit. I've taken a practice test, which told me that I need to do a lot of studying before I actually try to take a license. Do you also have to review areas you can fly to get a license, even if you don't plan on monetizing? If you have the DJI Mavic Mini or a drone that's under the weight limit that doesn't require a license, you don't, then and you're not worried about monetizing that video, then you could just get a drone and fly it. Now, with the DJI drones, when you bring up the app, and how they work is the controller connects to your phone. So your phone is actually the screen in the power, behind controlling the drone. Excuse me. So when you fire up the app, it knows exactly where you're at. It's got GPS on it, and it'll tell you if you're in a no-fly zone or not, or you're in a restricted airspace or not. Now, where I live is near some restricted airspace. So whenever I try to fly at home, I actually have to request permission to fly because I'm close to the restricted area. But that request is really, it pops up on my phone saying I need to get permission, and I click a button, and it sends me a text message code, and I put the code in, and that's how I got permission. So basically, the permission really is they just want to know you're flying nearby, so if something does happen, they know it was you, and they can blame you for it. So it's really easy to get. Yeah, Avenger, I saw somebody said that they announced on their community tab that they were not going live today. So I hope everything's okay with them, but they are not going live today. So, love, I highly recommend getting a drone for anybody out there. I would also be very careful about what drone you buy, because I had a drone, and it's been a few years ago. I think I paid $40 for it from Bass Pro, and the thing was like this big. I could not fly it. It was so hard to fly. Now the DJI, they're super easy to fly. You push a button to take off, and then when they take off, they take off, and I think it's about 6 feet off the ground. When they take off, they just take off, and they're hovering. They stop, and you have to actually manipulate the joystick and controls to get it to move. So if you're ever flying it around and you lose it in the sun, or you forget, or you're heading towards something, you want to avert disaster, you just let go of the joysticks, and it stops and it hovers in place. It also has a feature where you can land it immediately. So wherever it's at, you can, especially if you get a battery low warning and you don't think you have enough battery to get back, you can land it where you're at, hopefully in a place where it can safely land. Or you can hit another button and it'll return to where it took off from and land. So you don't even, so if you actually are out in the field or whatever and you lose control over it, like you lose sight of it, you can just tell it to go home, and it'll fly right back to where it started from and land. And usually that's within a few inches of where it took off from, at least from my experience. Roy, you have no idea. Yesterday was not a fun day for me, but usually the video gets messed up, and I don't have any video whenever something bad happens. We got video of this one, so stay tuned. Roman Rosie, great seeing you. Thanks for stopping by. Johnny got the Mavic Pro. Yeah, the thing with the Mavic Mini is, versus the Air or the Pro, is the Air and the Pro have sensors kind of all the way around it, top and bottom, to keep it from running into stuff. The Mini does not. The Mini has a sensor on the bottom, and that's it. So you can run it straight into the side of a wall with no problem. You can run it, you can fly up into a tree, no problem. That's how, partially how my original drone, died, because a wind gust hit it, and it rolled over and hit a branch and then came down. And so again, the most expensive Mavic DJI drone you can buy, that's the best one to buy. And it also depends, and you get more. Oh, this is a great one right here. Yeah, the Mavic Mini weighs 499 grams, That's not much. So if you're in an area that's susceptible to a lot of winds, then you don't want the mini. And remember, it may not be windy where you're at standing, but 20 feet above, 100 feet above, it could be vastly different winds. So keep that in mind, because I've shot my drone straight up and it was perfectly fine. And all of a sudden it started going sideways because wind caught it. So you just got to be very careful. Um, there's lots of videos out there about drones, how to use a drone, how to pick a drone. One channel I like a lot is called 51 Drones, and he mainly deals with DJI products, and I've gotten a lot of good, useful information and how tos and tips and tricks, from watching their videos. Um, so I'm a subscriber, and uh, but if you get a drone, make sure the drone make sure before you spend the money on a drone, make sure it's something that fits with what you're trying to do. I mean, if your channel is about um, doing crafting, probably don't need a drone. If your channel is about interior design, you probably don't need a drone. Now you can fly a drone indoors. I do have a video with drone footage on it from indoors, and it's a cooking video on top of that. So yes, you can do it, but you don't need to do it. Um, so make sure the drone, because it's a big investment. The DJI Mavic Mini with the GoFly or Fly More kit, I can't remember what it's called, which includes 3 batteries total, and the case is like $500 some dollars, so it's not cheap. Um, and then the other drones are even more expensive. That's the cheapest drone DJI sells. Then it just kind of goes up from there. Um, so make sure that the drone is something that not only do you want, but it's something you're going to be able to use where you're at. Now, if you do a lot of camping in like national or state parks, guess what? You can't fly a drone in those. So, make sure you where you're at works for you as far as where you'd be able to fly a drone. There's gonna be some big houses to use drone footage in a house. It'd be cool though. I mean, but on the other end, everybody loves drone footage, and drone footage can help your videos, but you gotta make sure you're using it actually well. So we are right at yeah, you can't fly a drone in the Grand Canyon. Yeah, national parks, state parks, no fly. So if you're spending all your time in those, your drone's just going to sit on a shelf. So keep that in mind. We are right at 2 hours, right at 2 hours almost. So, guys, thank you guys. I still got 23 in here. I really appreciate you guys coming in. Let's go somewhere. Motorhome Travels just dropped in. Hello. We're going to be signing off here in just a few minutes. We're going to do. We didn't really hit on our village too much today. We're going to talk about our village next week in depth and detail, because it is a really cool app and website. Go check it out, ourvillage.com, if you want to study ahead in class. But just, and of course we'll always be doing viewer questions, and we might sneak in a couple of channel reviews next week as well. Not sure just yet. One thing real quick is, if you come up with a great idea for the community, share it with the community. Don't wait for somebody else to share it for you. You share it yourself. If it was your idea, you share it. If you need somebody to help you spread that news, then find somebody to help you spread that news. But we as a community or family, let's I'm not gonna say let's grow together necessarily, but let's learn and expand our knowledge together. And I really appreciate you guys hanging out here. We are real close to, as soon as we get this air conditioner fixed in this house, we are going to be putting it up on the market and expecting it to be sold within a couple of days after that, according to the realtor. And we're going to be hitting the road full time. We got a great taste of full time living this past week. We may have missed a lot of y'all's live streams and videos because we were out having fun with some great friends. And so we're going to be spending some time trying to catch up on videos too, in addition to getting the house ready to sell. And I got to drive to Texas to bring a load of stuff to my daughter and son-in-law from this house, and I'm doing that next week. And hey, you never know, I might be doing that slow momentum style, running a live stream, because that's a long road. I need some folks along for the ride, and maybe we can throw James Catanese in the trunk again, like we did on our drive to Disney. So thank you guys for dropping in and hanging out with us. Thank you guys again for all those who helped Jean Bainey, my mother-in-law, reach her 4,000 watch hours. Her channel is under review, so hopefully she'll be monetized any day now. So thank you guys for helping those out. Bob's Adventures real close to 1,000 subscribers. Go spread the word of Bob to all your friends. I know Roy and Becky are working hard on getting their watch time. So, go check them out as well. And hey, go check out our Epic RV Adventure if you got a chance. So, wait a minute, what's this? Nursing Our Travel Book. Got great Tech Talk Wednesday on. Great idea, Tech Talk Wednesday on. That's funny. You're funny, Bill. Bill says that because, yeah, I'm not going to say why. But you're funny, Bill. I love you. So we're going to be doing a road trip next week, and it won't be Michael and Shelly. It'll probably be Michael and Kyle, our son, and Shelly will be staying behind. But thank you guys again for watching, for hanging out and supporting us. The love and support we get from you guys is honestly overwhelming, and we really, really, really appreciate it. And we got some cool videos coming out real soon from the last couple of weeks that we got to shoot. We saw some really cool, fun stuff with some new friends. So Bob's at 992. He's been at 992 all afternoon. He was on 99. He was at 992 earlier this afternoon. So we got to help the boy out and get him above 1,000 the right way. Because he got that far the right way. Let's let it finish off the right way too. So thanks again, guys, for watching. Check us out if you want to see real-time updates of what we're doing, because we are going to be throwing out some downsizing videos real soon. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook, our Epic RV Adventure, and YouTube. We love you guys. God bless. If you got a chance today, say something nice to somebody, because it'll do your heart good. Thanks, and we hope to see you down the road. Bye now.